Alright guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you the haul of stuff that Eric and I won at the auction. I apologize that this wasn't like the next video in line, but you guys know I've been trying to get all of my stuff listed before I haul it. There was a lot of stuff and things that just needed researched and stuff like that. So this time around at the auction, we definitely spent a lot more than, we did last time we were there. I got lucky last time I was there and won that flat of jewelry that had the 2 Tiffany pieces in it. So I did spend a little more this time around. I figured as such because most of the stuff, well, probably all of it, belonged to a man that worked at a radio station, so it was a lot of collectibles and things like that, and it was also on a Saturday, so obviously a more draw of people that came to the auction. So I definitely went in telling Eric, like, we're probably going to be spending more than what we typically would. The great thing about a lot of auction houses, though, is that before the day of the auction, they typically allow you to come in and just kind of take a look at stuff, kind of see what you're interested in, and just kind of get a feel about what all is going to be auctioned off type of thing, which is awesome because it allows you time to really research your stuff and just get an idea of how much you're going to be willing to spend on the item. Because obviously if you are purchasing to resell, you want to make sure you have wiggle room for as much profit as you can off of the item. This time around, I did not purchase anything specifically for me. I know last time I was at the auction, I did win something for myself. So if it's something that I'm purchasing for myself, I have no problem spending more money. But you guys know, watching my videos, I like to pay the least amount of money for things just so I have the most room for a really nice profit. So I'm going to share with you everything that we won. Some things did go under the radar, which is awesome. The first thing that I'm going to show you is one of those things. And then there were things that obviously I would have liked to have won, but unfortunately the prices just went a little too high for my liking as far as resale goes. So overall, Eric and I spent $218.96 at this auction, and like I said, that is a lot for me. So we're just gonna start off with the first thing, and that was this here. This is a Charleston Sweetgrass basket. The really awesome thing about this, not only is it a Sweetgrass basket, I've never actually purchased one of these, never resold one, so this was all kind of like new to me. But the tag is, like, the little plastic tag is still attached. And it actually comes with the original tag, and the original tag tells you who actually made the basket, which is really awesome. So it just has 2 handles, really well made basket. I told Eric I'm not gonna remember like all of the prices that I kind of had in my head of what I was willing to pay, but I think for this one I was willing to go up to about $30 for it because I know that these Sweetgrass baskets can do really well, and I was hoping to like get maybe about $60 for it is what I had in my mind as far as reselling it goes. So anyway, I won this along with 2 other pieces. You guys will not believe what I won this for. $2 for this basket, plus 2 other things that were just kind of like freebies. As far as like auctions go, if people aren't bidding on stuff, or if it's not getting a lot of bids, sometimes they'll like throw in other things just to like get it moving and try to get the bid up. So sometimes, and also if you're buying stuff that are in flats, like box slots, you'll get stuck with some things that really aren't, anything you wanted or worth much. So, but $2 for this basket, oh my goodness, why wasn't anyone else bidding on this basket? I have no idea, but nobody wanted it. So I got like 2 freebies with this, and I'll share it with you. Anyway, I started this basket out at $29.99. I currently have it on auction. And like I said, I was hoping maybe what did I even say? I don't even remember what I said as like the price that I would have liked to have gotten for it. Regardless, this basket is currently sitting at $177 on auction. So that is amazing. I'm perfectly fine if that's what it ends at. I'm just crossing my fingers that the buyer actually pays. That's the only problem with auctions, is just not knowing if your highest bidder is actually going to pull through and pay for the item and not just jack up the price. So for whatever reason, there are a couple people like very, very, very much wanting this basket. So that's awesome. Right there, I almost already at least made my money back, and I have so much more stuff to share with you guys. So the freebies that came with that basket that nobody wanted, I don't really want them either. I got this Nixon poster. It's not in the best condition. It has tape marks and tears. I don't have this listed yet. And if it's not worth listing, I'll probably just put it in a yard sale tote of, you know, anything that I feel isn't worth my time to list on eBay. I put it away in a tote for next time I have a yard sale. The other freebie that came with that was this decanter. This is a glass decanter. Just looks like this. It's really pretty. It looks hand painted. I couldn't really find out any information on it. It doesn't have any markings. Anyway, what do I have this? I listed this as I think I listed this at $19.99. I'm pretty sure it's on auction. It might be a buy it now. I'm uncertain, but it is really pretty. So if it doesn't sell, I will definitely come down on the price on that. I wasn't sure what to price it at because, like I said, I couldn't find any markings for it. So next thing that I purchased, well, this wasn't really necessarily in order of how I purchased things, but there was a pottery piece that I specifically wanted, and it was this here. This bird. I just fell in love with this. I thought this was so cute. So this is like a bowl or planter. I think it would look so cute with succulents in it. I won this pottery lot. It came with another piece of pottery. For $27 I paid. This is actually by someone named David Stewart is the maker. It's not actually marked on the bottom, but this is why research is so important before you go in and start bidding on stuff. So that's how I found out about it. I did some research on it. I listed this up on auction for $39.99. And like I said, I paid $27 for the lot. I just lied. I listed it on auction for $49.99, and it does already have a bid, as well as it also has 9 watchers. So I'm curious to see, you know, what it will end at. But when it comes to auctions and the things I'm putting up on auction on eBay, and the things that I price it at are like the prices that I'd like to get for it. That doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, it'll get a bid or it will sell. Sometimes I do have to come down on prices, but that's just like the price that I would like to get for the items. So that was an exciting score there. I'm glad I won him. So the other piece of pottery that came with that bird was this bowl. This is a really large bowl. Just a large piece of pottery in general. This here, there's a marking on it, and you can kind of see it right there. It looks like either 2 A's or a W with a line across. When I did some research trying to figure out this signature, the only thing I could come up with that it looked like was for someone named Martin Wright, which would explain it looking like an M and a W as well. I have this listed on auction for a starting price of $39.99. Currently no bids and no watchers, so it's hard to say if anyone is really like looking for a large pottery bowl like this, but it is nice. I think it would look really cute on like as a centerpiece on like a coffee table or something like that. So, but that came with the bird pottery. So the very first table that they started with auctioning off was a lot of, well, everything was pretty much like collectibles and older stuff. So I ended up spending a good bit on this next piece. I don't have everything in order. I'm trying to figure out what I paid for it. Okay, so I paid $45 for this Fenton Shaker. So you can use this as like a sugar shaker or what have you. Very, very pretty opalescent glass with the striping there. So $45 for this. I currently have it listed for $99.99. These are all listed very, very high. And yeah, like I said, if this doesn't sell at the $99.99 that I have it listed for on auction, I will put it up probably as a buy it now for that much. So it's just hard to say, you know, you got to find the right bidder at the right time. And sometimes when you put stuff up on auction, some people aren't looking right at that time. So that's why buy it nows are just so nice, because then you have the time to find the right buyer type of thing. But then again, with buy it nows is if there are more than one person who's interested in the item, you're not going to have that like bidding war going on or anything like that. So, but I thought this was really pretty. Eric actually really likes it too. So if there's ever anything that like we both just really enjoy and it doesn't sell, there's always that potential that I might just keep it. I walked away to get another flat of stuff and I heard a cha-ching, so I want to see what that was real quick. Oh my gosh, it's for the basket. It's up to $195 right now. Oh my goodness. I'm just checking the person's feedback. I'm curious because, yep, there's two people who are in a bidding war on that basket, so that's awesome because it still has a while to go yet. All right, so the next thing I got was this flat. I won this flat of just kind of like ceramic porcelain type pieces. This whole flat I won for $22.50. So we'll go over everything. Obviously, there was one thing in here that I wanted more than anything else, and it was this guy here. So this is a double like salt cellar. It's of these two like twin ladies holding their bowls back to back. I am not good with French. This is by a company called Formental Corquin or something like that. And this is really, really old. It's has a date here of 1792, but when I was doing research, it seemed like the age on this was from like the 1800s, so it is super duper old. There is the FC marking in there. Like I said, I won this flat at $22.50, and I currently have this listed at $129.99. It has 2 watchers. Things by this brand sell really high. So again, I'm just kind of looking for the right buyer that's, you know, looking for this specific salt cellar. So that's why I wanted the flat for this. And it was so funny because there was a lady like beside me, and we had our flat on the table behind us just sitting, and she asked us if they had auctioned that flat off yet, and Eric was like, yeah, it's ours, we had won it. And she's like, can I see the marking in that, because she wanted to see this here. So she was probably like, oh my gosh, I missed that kind of thing. So that is why I bought this flat. So the rest of the stuff in here, I'll talk a little bit about it. This first thing here is like a little cup shaped like a tulip. It's very, very pretty. I couldn't find any maker's marks on it. The bottom says buy U.S. war savings bonds. I'm not quite sure what that equates in, like what year this is from or where it like would have originated from, but it is really pretty. I have this listed at $19.99. There are some Tulip Cups. by a certain brand, and I can't think of the brand off the top of my head, but they sell really, really high. But unfortunately, I don't think this is one of the brands of those Tulip Cups. Also in this flat was this here. This is really pretty. So it's like a little, I mean, you can use it for a little bit of soup, or, I mean, potentially a drink. It's kind of flat, but it's marked Bailey, Banks and Biddle, Philadelphia, there on the bottom. This as well, I have... No, this I listed at $25.99 because when I was looking up that Bailey, Banks and Biddle, it did seem like the stuff made by that company was listed on the higher side. So I went a little higher on that. There was also this Trinket Tray, and this has like an American eagle on it. I like the scalloped edges. It's just marked 7442 there on the bottom. And I do have this listed as a buy it now for $19.99. So it's really pretty. Again, another trinket style tray. This one's circular with a horse and a rider on. I have this listed as a buy it now for $12.99. There is no markings on the back. But just a really pretty little trinket style tray. And then the last thing that was in this flat was this piece right here. And this is like a stoneware style trinket tray. When I researched this, I came across some great information. So this little tray here was designed by someone named Stig Lindberg. His things, oh my gosh, sell for like crazy high prices if you would ever come across anything that he makes. This whole design here is actually silver coated. I know it's kind of hard to tell in the video, but it's really awesome looking. It's just a small trinket tray. It's marked Gustavsberg Grazia, made in Sweden, here on the back. And when I researched this, I found like the website where, you know, it showed things that he has made and designed, and this little trinket tray was actually on there. I have this listed as at $59.99. It does have 2 watchers, no bids currently, but like his larger pieces and stuff like that definitely sell very, very high. Okie dokes. We are on this paperweight. This paperweight didn't come with anything. It was auctioned off by itself. It's a really nice heavy glass paperweight, and it is marked Isle of Wight glass, handmade, England, there on the bottom. So Eric wanted this. He won it at a price of $12. So this Isle of Wight glass does sell, again, high. This one in particular, this like gold and black, it's just a really beautiful color combination, and it's in really nice shape. Like you can still clearly see this little sticker on the bottom and everything like that. I have this listed at $39.99. So we'll see where that goes. But again, Eric liked that. So that's another instance of if it's something that doesn't sell, I foresee it just sitting on our desktop. Okay, so next we're going to go with the jewelry flat. I did win a flat of jewelry again. So it just looks like this. I'll go over everything inside. I won this flat of jewelry for a price of, again, just $2. Can't believe like how cheap I did get some of this stuff. So the main thing that I wanted out of this flat was this necklace pendant right here. This is by Napier, and it is designed by someone named Eugene Bertolli. They designed all these different necklaces for Napier. with a theme of endangered species. So this is like a bobcat. It has these green rhinestone eyes. Unfortunately, the necklace chain is not with it. It's just the pendant. But things by Napier that are designed by the Eugene Bertolli, again, sell really high. I have this listed at $59.99. The ones that have the chains are listed at like 100 something. So it's unfortunate it didn't have a chain, but I mean, it could easily be put on a chain. And this is from the 1970s, and it is signed Napier there on the corner. So that's the whole reason I wanted the flat. The rest was just kind of like extras. So we'll go over everything. Let's see. The first thing was this pin. It came in a little box. I'll take it out here. This is by a company called Sporrong Company. It's a blue swallow pin. It was made in Stockholm. I have this listed at $12.99. So it's a really pretty pin. So that was in there. This was really awesome. This is a necklace. And it came in this box here, along with one of my hairs. This necklace here is on a blue silk cording, and it's got a porcelain pendant here on the bottom of an elephant. This is made of porcelain. So this is actually by a designer named Sandra Pailet. It still has its little original tag here. It says Sandra Pailet, handmade porcelain. But the really cool thing was the lady, whoever it belonged to, actually kept and cut out this old clipping of Sandra Pailet, who designed her necklace, and she wrote up here, purchased porcelain elephant pendant in Florida, April of 1976. I thought that was so cool. I love when people do this. That's like what my aunt does. My aunt is really big on putting down dates on things of when she received them and things like that. So it just makes it so special. So I do have this listed at what do I have this listed at? Do I have it listed? I have it listed at $39.99. Necklaces by this lady were listed on the higher side, and I think this has some history to it with like the little piece that she had cut out of the maker of it and everything like that. So I just thought it was really unique and special. There was this little rhinestone heart. I think this is a scarf clip, like you would put your scarf through there, just kind of as like a little jewelry for your scarf, essentially. I have this listed at $12.99. Some things I wasn't quite sure what to price at. Obviously, as I stated, if things don't sell, I do come down in prices. Let's see, next was this. Was in this box, and when I sell stuff, like even though these might not have been the original boxes for the item, I still usually include them when I am shipping them. So this necklace here is really pretty. It's kind of like a choker style, and this is by Whitting and Davis. It is signed here on the little tab, and it's just this chain kind of linked chain choker style necklace. It's really pretty. I have this listed as a price of $19.99. There was this, and I kind of struggled a little bit trying to figure out what flats everything came in. I think this was in this flat. It might have been in another one, but it's still a piece of jewelry. It's just a little heart pendant, and it says FOELA for the Fraternal Order of Eagles. So it's just a pendant, no necklace. I have this listed at $12.99. Surprisingly, jewelry from the Fraternal Order of Eagles was listed kind of high, so I wasn't sure what to list that at, but that's what I decided. Next was this necklace here. It was just in a piercing pagoda box. This is by a designer named Karla Jordan. Very pretty pink necklace. It has this like mother of pearl style look to it. The beads are glass, and it does have a signed Karla Jordan there. So very pretty. I have this listed at $12.99. And again, this comes with a little bit of history. There was a card, a little note card in here that says, "Dear Fran." That must have been the lady's name who this stuff belonged to. This necklace is from the Karla Jordan collection of original designs sold at St. Thomas Bazaar. Hope you like it. Love, Doris. So, I'm just, again, like if that sells, they're just going to get the box and the note and everything else. Because, I mean, some people might just throw that away, but other people might appreciate it. So, that was in here. We also got, this is in a little Lord & Taylor box. And it is a puka shell necklace. This is really cute too. So, very nice for summertime. It's definitely older. You can tell by the clasp there. I have this listed for $9.99. Okay, next we got some earrings. I don't know what brand this stands for, and I couldn't figure out the brand name for these earrings. They are just this really, they're clip-ons. They have this like brushed gold look, kind of dangly. But on the back sides, there is like a V. It looks like a V or a 2, I don't know, on the back. And then it also has this like floral etched look there as well. They're really got some weight to them, really nicely made. They could be something, but again, I don't know who made them. I have them listed at $15.99. And then the last thing that was in this jewelry flat was this here. It came in a gray box. It says handmade in Peru, and it's just an earring and necklace set. So again, really pretty, well-made vintage piece. I have this listed at $15.99. So that's all of the jewelry. All right, this next lot of things we won at $22.50. I didn't want the plates. I wish the plates didn't come with. I just wanted it for the sugar and creamer. So they look like this, and these are by Picard China. So if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you know Eric and I had found some Picard China at Goodwill, and we sold every single piece that we had. So I haven't come across it again yet until we went to this auction. So it's a little creamer here and a sugar container. They're very, very pretty, well made. When I was looking up other Picard sugar and creamer sets, it seems like the more colorful ones and the ones that have a little something to them, like design wise, were listed a lot higher. I have this set listed at $49.99. So we'll see if it sells at that, but we had good luck with other Picard China pieces in the past. And then it also came with this set of 4 fruit plates. They all have just different fruits on. They're marked Bavaria, Germany, US zone on the back. And it's just essentially like different fruits on them. Some blueberries. I'll just go over them slightly quickly. We got some peaches on there and some grapes. And then this one has pears on it. So I have these listed as the set of 4 at a buy it now of $19.99. So I only wanted the sugar and creamer, but they ended up going with the plates. Alright, so the next lot of stuff was all of this here. There was only one thing that Eric wanted out of this entire stack, and it's pretty much what everyone else wanted as well, for sure. He won this for $40, this whole stack for $40. And the thing that he wanted out of it was this here. This is Wedgwood, but it is, it's an ashtray, but it's depicting the Stanley Kubrick 2001 A Space Odyssey is what it's marked there on the back. These are priced very, very high, anywhere between on the low end of $125 to a high end of $400. I put mine up for $99.99. So these are just very highly collectible, probably because of the movie, not necessarily because it's Wedgwood or anything like that. I mean, that might help in its instance, I'm not sure. But the rest of these pieces were just kind of, I don't even want to call them freebies, because really they're pretty worthless. The first thing, well actually the first one that I have here on top isn't even a Wedgwood piece. It's this plate here. This one's actually really pretty. It's got a squirrel print. It says Jewel after 1961. It means Christmas Eve in Danish. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong though. And it does say made in Denmark on the back. I have this listed as a buy it now for $17.99. So that was in that box. It was in a Wedgwood box, but it's not actually Wedgwood. Let's see. The next was this one here, and I'll go over these ones super quick. This is a Wedgwood Christmas Plate for 1972. These Wedgwood plates, the collector's plates of like the Christmas and stuff, are pretty much worthless. I have them listed at $12.99, but even I think like I'm probably not going to get $12.99 for them. So if they don't get any bids and next time I have a yard sale, they'll probably go out at my yard sale. This one again is a Christmas. This one is for 1970. Again, $12.99 I have it listed at. We got another one. This one is Christmas 1969. So $12.99 for that one. And then this one here, again, was in a box. This is in a Villeroy and Boch box. But it's not what's in here. It's actually a Spode Christmas Plate from 1970. This was in like a series of like the first day, or the 12 days of Christmas. So this would have been the first day of Christmas with a partridge in a pear tree. I have this listed as a buy it now of $9.99. So again, not really worth anything. I don't like buying collector's plates because I don't think a lot of them are really worth anything. But that Space Odyssey one is an exception. This flat, again, I only wanted one thing out of it. We won this flat at $10. And the only thing that I wanted from it was this perfume here. This is a Victoria's Secret perfume in the scent Rapture. So this is an older Victoria's Secret fragrance. It sells really well. I have this as a buy it now price of $45.99. There were two other perfumes in here, but they're nothing. The one is Celine Dion, and there's not much left to it. And the other one was Canoe. So those will probably go in like a yard sale box. There was two neater things in this lot though. This is a brass dish. It says pocket change on it. Has a red felt bottom. So I did list this as a price of $14.99. Buy it now. I thought that was kind of cool. And then I also listed this as a Lenox crystal ring holder. It does say Lenox here on the bottom, kind of etched in there. I listed this as a buy it now for $12.99. And then there were just some random things in here that I'm probably just going to put out at a yard sale. So the first was just this little stainless steel cup. It almost looks like something you'd use to like go camping. I don't see any markings on it, or it might be aluminum, I'm not sure. There was this cross. It looks like it was glued on something at some point. There's some glue on the back of it. So it was that, and then it was these wooden shoe protector things that you like slip in shoes so they hold the shape of your shoe. There's no markings on these either. They are nice. I may keep them just like for, you know, if I'm listing a pair of shoes that I need. I do have some already, but this is a nice wooden pair. So, and then there were these pieces that go with the heels, and then this little, like, I don't even know what you want to call it, basically. But like I said, the only thing I wanted in that flat was the Victoria's Secret perfume. Alright, and then the last flat was this here. And basically, we won this flat for $1. Nobody wanted it, and Eric was just like, he felt bad. So he just bought it for $1. But there are some really pretty pieces in here, and I'll show you quickly. I don't have these listed yet, but this whole stack of plates are Limoges, and they do have like a butterfly print on them. They are really pretty. There's 2 of each size. There was only 1 of the saucer though. But they are really pretty. They are all marked Limoges on the back. So I do plan on listing them probably as like sets of 2. And then there were also 2 of the matching cups. So it sucks that there was only 1 saucer though. But that whole lot for $1. Plus it came with some other stuff. I didn't list this either. It's just a little, I don't know if you want to call that, lucite, glass, jewelry, trinket box. It is pretty. It needs cleaned up a little bit. I may list this. I may just put it out at a yard sale. I haven't decided. And then there was this set of coasters. They're not in like the best condition. They are marked made in Japan on the back. They're plastic with this like brushed gold kind of look to them. But they do have like a distressed kind of look. But they do come in a little storage box. I did list these for a buy it now of $12.99. The other thing that was in that box was this glass, and it was full of glass swizzle sticks. These are really cool. I did end up listing 3 of them so far individually at $9.99. These are from old bars and eateries in New York City back in like the 1930s. They're super cool. This one was from a restaurant called Bird in Hand. There's actually, here in Pennsylvania, there's actually a town called Bird in Hand, but this is just a blue one, blue glass swizzle stick. So people who collect like advertising pieces, there's people that collect swizzle sticks, there's people that collect advertising pieces from certain restaurants and places that they enjoyed back in the day. This one is from a bar called Jimmy Kelly's. It was on 181 Sullivan Street in Greenwich Village. So that one is a green one. And this is also a green one. This one was for a club called Jack Wight. Jack Wight Club on 20 West 52nd Street. So again, really awesome. And then there were a couple more. There was one, unfortunately, that was broken, so I'll have to just throw that one away, which sucks. It was for the Cotton Club. Then there was another Jack Wight Club, another Bird in Hand, another Jimmy Kelly's. So if I sell the first ones, I'll be able to list again. And then this one is a clear one called Chico, as Spanish as Spain, on 80 Grove Street, New York City. I thought those were really cool. I love old stuff like that, and I love researching this stuff too. That's one of the fun parts and fun aspects of winning stuff on auction, like things that I've never actually had before to sell, and then I can read up on and research and find out. And then if I would ever happen to find them out in the wild, then, you know, I know what they're worth and that kind of thing. So that is everything for this auction haul. So far so good with that basket and the bird planter. So hopefully the rest of the stuff sells. Once I make my, what was it, $218.96 back, then the rest will be 100% profit. I just have to get to that point first. But I do have a lot of nice things, I think. So hopefully over time here that they will sell for my asking prices. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I never know when I'll have another auction video, just whenever they come up and I find stuff you know, worth bidding on kind of thing. And obviously there's never any guarantee that you're gonna win anything. So, but yeah, I had fun. I always have fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed. You have to let me know what you thought down below, and I will see you next time.